Oh, hello, ho, ho, potato, and welcome to the 2025 edition of the Advent-ture. Preparing for this year's adventure has been a little more work than normal. There just don't seem to be that many good Advent calendars around this year. I mean, you can go to Amazon and there's Advent calendars for like literally anything, but they all appear to be like AI generated intellectual property theft, potential garbage. So can't do that. Lego threw me a curveball by not even doing a Marvel calendar this year. And I don't think I've ever, they did Minecraft instead. And I don't think I've even seen the Minecraft calendar like in the wild, not at the Lego store, not at a Megalomart, not at a warehouse club, like not at all have I seen one of those in reality. So what I ended up doing instead is a calendar that I've done before, but I usually do nothing but complain about it because of the mini builds. And that's this year's first calendar, which is the Lego Star Wars calendar for 2025, kit 75418. And this year I've done it largely because of the mini builds. Which side's the front? Was that the front? I guess that's the front. The side with the art is the front. Although I think it's upside down. But I did it because of the mini build. It's not gonna have a lot of minifigures. We have a C-3PO. I believe we have like a super battle droid, I think a Jawa. So we have less minifigures and less actual proper minifigures than normal. We do have like Babu Frick, and we have a BD unit, and we have droids. It's like all droids this year. And I like my droids, so yeah, I think I'm not gonna mind the mini builds here as much as I normally would. Plus we got that really cool gingerbread AT-AT, which I did a video on last month, which is really quite nice. So that's our Lego calendar for this year. It's just the one Lego. Sometimes I've faced off between this and the Marvel one, but again, no Marvel one. But then, like, what are my other ones to get? Well, I had somebody comment that they were looking forward to what Boo's calendar did this year, and I've been looking for them. Even when we took our trip to Texas, I was keeping an eye out for like whatever the equivalent of like Bevmo or Total Wine is in those areas, and came across nothing. And it was a kind of a quick trip, so didn't have time to do like a lot of hunting around. So I was having trouble finding a boozy Advent that wasn't wine. There is a 24-day of wine one at multiple places, but I don't need to have 24 half bottles of wine. I want something I can drink, on the day. And drinking like a half bottle of wine, just not me. Like, looking for cocktails or shots, samples, tiny little bottles of liqueur, something like that. And finally, I gave up and I put together something of my own, like we did last year for the second 12 days, because we did the straightaway cocktails the first 12 days, and because I was waiting on another 12-day calendar, which did not arrive in time. But last year I put together that gonk box full of buzzballs, and I found that to be quite enjoyable. So this year, I ended up doing something very similar in that I put together an ammo case. This is the heaviest calendar I've ever done. Ammo case full of shots. Now, to make sure they are at least somewhat random, I have wrapped them all in little red bags. I did that days ago. I don't remember what is what, but everything in here is kind of a little jar shaped, because these are primarily moonshines, which I've never had before. Now that said, in my searching, I could not find 24 shots in that size bottle. So there are 2 in there that are not. So most of these are from Ole Smokey Moonshine, Sugarlands Shine, and Sugarlands Sippin Cream. But there are 2 that are not in this little jar format. One is by Ole Smokey. It is a salty caramel. And then the other, because again, I can only find 22 in those little jars. The other one I thought would be fun for you, maybe, probably not for me. And that is a pickle liqueur by 99 something. Now those two are not in little jars, so those two I will know when I grab them what they are. It won't be as much of a reveal, but they are going to be mixed into those red bags. I'm not going to be able to necessarily see it until I grab it. And, I thought, the pickle liqueur, well, find the pickle is like a thing on Christmas trees, so I thought we'd do that here as well. So those are our two 24-day calendars. Now, I like to do a couple 12-day calendars, and I did eventually, like the day before Thanksgiving, Warehouse Club had a new version of the Straightaway Cocktails calendar, which looks to be about it's another 12-day one. It's called Volume 2, and it appears to have 9 of the same cocktails and 3 new ones. And I'd already bought this stuff by that point, so we went with this. So for our 12 days, those are non-alcoholic ones. And again, they were a challenge. I mean, there was Disney ones that were little plush things. They were $100, and Build-A-Bear had one, and nothing really grabbed me. And it had to be a 12-day because one, the original Mystical Magical coin from a couple years ago has returned from its travels and will once again help us divine whether or not we open one calendar or the other. So that's good. But this, I want stuff, junk, future landfill cat to open. But I want something that's vaguely interesting, I mean, maybe you don't know. You watch the channel, vaguely interesting is it's a stretch. But I did eventually find this. And that is the Lord of the Rings 12-Day Pin Collector's Countdown. Now, it's not sold specifically as Christmas, but just a 12-day countdown to, to anything, to your birthday, to the release of the next Lord of the Rings series on Amazon. But you're supposed to have 12 Lord of the Rings themed pins in it. They also have ones like Harry Potter. They have tons of those. Harry Potter seems to have kind of done itself out this year. There's looking at the Lego, because I was kind of looking for off-camera purpose. I wanted to open the Lego City calendar because there's a minifigure in it of a guy in a tree costume, which I thought would look really cool in my Winter Village Christmas tree lot. Yes, I was going to spend $40 for essentially a single minifigure. I mean, there's other stuff I could have used as well, I'm sure, but that minifigure was what really made me want it. I couldn't find that one. All I can find is occasionally I can still find some Star Wars ones. Sometimes the Disney and Friends ones with the mini dolls in them, which I think if they had proper mini dolls, at least they'd be better. Of course, minifigures are always better than mini dolls to me. And lots and lots and lots of Harry Potter. Nobody wants a Harry Potter, including me. It doesn't look good this year. It's got no figures in it I want, and the mini builds all just look derpy as heck. And I mean, there's potentially other reasons people aren't into Harry Potter so much this year. But I mean, that's the main reason I skipped the Lego one, is it was nothing that I wanted. And I totally understand why people might want to avoid Harry Potter in general. So that leaves us the other 12-day calendar. And this is physically the largest calendar I've ever done on here. It is not going to fit fully on the camera. We'll have to adjust the camera every day it comes up. And it is one that actually, I mentioned before about there was supposed to be a 12-day calendar I was waiting for last year that did not arrive in time. This is it. It arrived after November 12th last year, so it was too late to use it. I did the buzz balls instead. That means we've got it this year, and that is this behemoth here. If we can get it as far from the camera as possible. And so I'll have to pan up a bit. There we go. Yes, this is the 2024 Burger King Advent Calendar. It went on sale last November for $19.54 and contains 12 Burger King themed gifts. I have not seen any videos on it, which I thought was weird because it must have done reasonably well because they did do another one this year. And I did try to get it. I failed. They handled it a lot worse this year than last year. Last year, when they announced it, they told you what time it would be, what day it would be, and just were there. And I got through without much problem. The only problem was getting it actually shipped to me. This year, they did not announce the release time until right before it. I mean, I guess actually on the day of, but see, the text they sent out for that, I didn't get until 20 minutes after they dropped. Now, I kind of already knew they'd be dropping at noon East Coast time. Most things in the US drop at noon East Coast time. And so I was ready for it. I was there, I got it in my basket, got in line to check out, and it sold out of my basket. So we will not be doing that one this year or next year. I mean, maybe this one for next year. Maybe I'll do it next year. But honestly, I think that one, they really showed what was in it. And there's like a little board game and like cookie cutters and some candles. And it didn't look very good, to be honest. I would have got, because it was 1954. They released it originally last year at that price because 1954 is when Burger King was founded. And it was the 70th anniversary of Burger King last year. So I think this is probably the better of the two anyways, and we'll see what they do next year. But that's our calendars for this year. Lego Star Wars, a ammo can full of shots, and then either Lord of the Rings pins or the most whopperful time of the year, Burger King Advent, for ages 16 and up. Is that on camera? It's not on camera, is it? Yeah, this is for recommended for ages 16 up. Yeah, it's not a kid's calendar. Kids calendar, those are the words. So, that's the story of where we are. So now, we should get started, because the first day is always one of the longest ones. Oh, the name. What am I calling it this year? And I thought about that, because normally, it's some sort of pun thing referencing the two 24-day calendars. And this year, I was going to go with, I've got Lego droids, and I've got alcohol. So it was like drinks and droids, or droids and drinks. And I thought, then I came up with the Drink and Droid Advent-ture, because I always called it an Advent-ture, because it's a horrible pun and I love it. And then I thought, well, that could potentially sound like I am endorsing a illegal and highly abhorrent behavior. So instead, it's the, as you've already seen in the name of this video, the Don't Drink and Droid Advent-ture. So yeah, that's what we're calling it this year. It's the Don't Drink and Droid Adventure. This is day one of it. There will be a playlist if you want to in the future relive the whole experience alongside me. But for now, let me clear everything off here except for Star Wars, and we'll get started. All right, so here we are, ready to start our 24-day, nearly month-long Advent-ture, going through 3 Advent calendars every day. And being the first day, we need to actually open this one, which, where is the flap? So okay, that's got to be the flap. And it's usually, I'm not seeing, oh, it is this side, okay. Yes, we're off to a good start. I'm already baffled, simply trying to open the calendar so that we can begin. And I haven't even opened any of the shots yet. Yep, every day we're gonna get into the Christmas spirit with a shot. All right, so here we go. We have, looks like the scene is set in some sort of Jawa workshop. We have red-eyed C-3PO, we have a battle droid. We have, what kind of droid is that? It looks kind of gonky, but it's not quite a gonk droid. I mean, they have Lego gonk droids, and that ain't one of them. And then we do have a super battle droid there. And of course, workshop pieces, as always, workshop pieces in all of these kind of calendars. But they are all decorated up in the workshop for, I mean, I would assume Life Day, but it looks very Christmassy to me. Because they have like Christmas trees and stuff. Droids with Santa hats on them. But I mean, Life Day is the day, the thing we know is celebrated, at least on, was it Kashyyyk? So it's the only festive celebration we know of for sure in the Star Wars universe. So let's start with day one. Will they start us off with a minifigure, or will we start off with a mini build? Again, since they're all droids, I'm down for the mini builds this year. It's those little ships I don't care for. They're usually a pain to build, don't stay together well, and are not usable for anything. We are starting off with, well, not a minifigure, but a little itty bitty, probably going to get lost for the end of this series, Babu Frick. I doubt I can even get him close enough. Can you? He's tiny. He's what? He's maybe 2 bricks tall. He is tiny. I'm sure I must have some of him probably in a set that I haven't opened, but I must have a Babu Frick. I feel like I must. But it's adorable. It's a cute little figure. I feel like it could have come with something, because it's Yeah, at least with a minifigure, you have something to build. There's nothing even to build here. So, yeah, the face-off's going to be weird this year, isn't it? It's going to be facing off a Lego with booze. Huh. That'll be interesting. All right. So, yeah, Babu Frick, pretty well printed. Only real complaint, I mean, I don't complain about him as a thing, just that's all you get for day one. I feel like there's going to be a lot of fairly disappointed kids today. It's cool. It's cute. I do like it objectively, but like he's one piece. You could have thrown some accessories in with him or something. At least a minifigure, even if it doesn't have a gun or anything, is 3 pieces. 4 pieces if it has hair. All right, Babu, you stand over there. You probably won't stand, you'll fall over. But we've begun. The adventure is begun. So normally I would do the other 24-day one first, but 1, it's very heavy, and 2, I like to finish with the alcohol. So we're going to do the 12 days second this year. And to determine which one we will do each day, we're going to use the mystical magical coin again. Returned from its power gathering trip. I had to replace it last time, which I think I didn't really even use it. No, I didn't use it last year. I replaced it, but I didn't use it because I didn't have 2 12 days at the same time. So yeah, the mystical magical calendar, mystical magical coin is back for the 2025 calendar adventure, and its replacement will remain in its protective shell until it goes wandering again. So how are we going to do this? Well, for yes, we're going to do Lord of the Rings. And for no, we're going to do Burger King. And so each day, we'll flip the mystical magical coin, and it will tell us which calendar to open. So here we go. And the answer is no. So it is Burger King Day. It's time to celebrate the most whopperful time of the year. This is going to be challenging as this progresses because it's huge. I've got the heaviest calendar yet and the biggest calendar yet, and they're not the same calendar. Oh, but I feel like I'm going to struggle with this for the next 4 weeks. 3 weeks? 3.5 weeks. All right, so we need to pivot up a bit here so we can get our calendar mostly on screen. And yeah, I really have very little idea what's in this. Hopefully there's nothing food in it because it's been sitting in its box. I literally just opened it, took it out of its original box, its shipping box, to shoot the thumbnail for today's video. I haven't even actually looked at the front of it until today. I've not poked around in it. I opened, when it arrived towards the end of last December, I did open the box just to make sure it was actually what it said it was. I saw the Burger King logo on the top there, and I sealed it back up and left it there for the next 11 months. But here we are. So let's flip the little latch. And oh, how's this? This doesn't have doors. It opens up the whole thing, right? Oh, okay. That's not bad. So yeah, we have 12 days with a little frosty topped snowman, all in order. And each day that we hit this, we'll open up a drawer. So let's start over here with drawer number 1. It is full of red paper and a snow globe. So yeah, for 20 bucks, I figure this is how the Burger King logo is coming off of it, but for 20 bucks, I figure this is actually going to be a really good value, which is why it was such a limited piece. I felt really, really lucky last year to get one, and then really, really disappointed to not get it in time to use it last year. But it's here for this year, so you know, it's, again, as long as there's nothing actually edible in here, it's not a problem. But yeah, we have our day 1 of the Burger King calendar is a chicken fries snow globe. And that's pretty cute. Complaint-wise, yeah, the top bun of the Burger King logo is coming off. But no like made in marks. I guess because that's probably legally on the box, so they're good. It's like a little glue showing there. But a cute thing. What'll I do with it? I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily a shelf-worthy object. Hopefully something in here will be shelf-worthy. But that's cool. Is there anything else? Not just packing stuff in there. So pop that back closed. But yeah, so far, I mean, yeah, if everything is like of that level, 20 bucks is a heck of a value. And that's, I do think So I don't think this year's calendar looks like it's as good as last year's. But that's not to say that I don't think there's 20 bucks worth of value in it. It's definitely got $19.50 worth of value in it, I'm sure. Because it had like candles. Also, I am disappointed that they showed you everything that was in it this year. And last year they didn't. And since I didn't see anybody open one of these, I legitimately have only vague ideas of what's in here. Which is why, again, I'm not 100% sure there's not anything perishable. Too far. There we go. All right, so, yeah, this is not the face-off, though, because this is just a 12-day. Tomorrow could be Lord of the Rings. I mean, at some point, it'll be Lord of the Rings. We only have 11 more days of this, 12 days of that. But we do have 24 days of shots. Now, this, I admit, does seem like a pretty plain little thing, doesn't it? Just an ammo can. I thought, what would be cool to load up with shot, but an ammo can. And but yeah, it's plain. I wanted to like put some decorations on it. And I got these little, oh, there's a string sticking out there. I got these little Nightmare Before Christmas. They're meant to be window clings or like static stickers. I thought, well, they'll fall off during the month as I move this around, but they'll be good. And I put them on here. It looked really cute. And then came in to record today, and every one of them had dropped off. Indeed, some of them are just missing. So, I mean, you may have noticed them at some point stuck to the table, and I just haven't seen them. But yeah, they've gone missing. So, or one or two of them have. So yeah, instead we have just a plain green ammo can that every day will crack open. That's not the way you open it. That's the handle for pulling it out of something else. And grab ourselves today's shot. And let's grab. Okay, well, it's a jar. It's not one of the two weird ones or the two non-jar ones. Seal that up for tomorrow. So what do we have today? On the first day of Christmas, what has Father Christmas brought to me? It is Sugarlands Shine Mark Rogers American Peach Moonshine. Presumably that is Mark. It says Mark over him. It says X marks. I guess X marks the mark. And yeah, I've never had moonshine before. I am unfamiliar. I mean, at least I've heard of Ole Smokey because I know they have like distilleries in touristy areas in like the southeast. Sugarlands, no, I've not heard of them. I've seen Ole Smokey like in the stores and stuff. I feel like they have Ole Smokey pickles and watermelon and cherries and stuff. And believe me, the cherries have gotten my attention before. This is part of the Legends series, okay? Am I destroying a collector's item by opening it? It is sealed. That's to keep you, if you've had too many, to keep you from opening up more of them, I would imagine. They're cute little bottles, though. So yeah, these are the jars I'm talking about. Look like little moonshine jars that they sell. At least Old Smokey, at least, sells their moonshine in large versions of jars, just like that one. Again, I don't know about Sugarlands because I've never seen it before. So let's bring on the Christmas spirits with some Sugarlands Shine. Now I do have my little shot glass here, my Wally World shot glass, but I feel like for the most part these don't need it. I will probably reserve this for the ones that come in actual bottles, but these are basically in little shot glasses. So let's stop delaying. Let me stop talking and open it up. Give it a sniff. Ooh, wow. Not getting much peach there. What it smells like is nail polish remover. That is what this smells like, nail polish. So I've got 24 days potentially of flavored nail polish remover to drink. I'm not going to drink all of this. It is early in the morning when these come out. And yeah, we're not going to drink the whole bottle. But I will drink, I usually drink about half a shot. We'll drink half of one. Breakfast of Champions, start off the day with some Mark Rogers American Peach Moonshine from Sugarlands Shine. Oh wow, this super smells awful. Well, it tastes better than it smells, but it smells like nail polish remover, so that's faint praise. It does have a sweetness to it. I haven't done quite half. But it has that strong alcohol, not quite burning. It's a little burn in the back of the throat. You feel the heat in your chest. Not quite a burn on the tongue. But what's our alcohol in this? Gatlinburg, Tennessee. 70 proof. So this is 35% alcohol by volume. That's not bad. I'm not going to go buy like a full jar of it or anything, but it's not bad. So now, this is where we rate things. I will finish that off camera. I mean, technically I'm drinking it off camera. I'm behind the camera. You can't see. I could be pouring it down my shoe for all you know. I could be wearing shoes for all you know. So, yeah, this is why I may end up abandoning this practice of face-off between the 24-day calendars. But between peach-flavored paint remover and an itty-bitty Babu Frick, well, this time next year I'll still have Babu Frick, and this bottle will be gone. So I guess really the only way that the shots are going to win any days is if either they're really, really good or that these Legos really, really bad, both of which are entirely possible. There's some flavors in here that do sound interesting to me. I think some of them are Sippin Creams, not Moonshine, so I'm going to assume those will be a little more mellow. So yeah, but today I will give it to Babu Frick, because it's Babu Frick, and how can you not give it to Babu Frick? But that's better than it smells. I was a little worried because I've never had Moonshine before, but that's, I'm not going to go buy like a whole jar of it, but it's not bad. It's drinkable. And that ends part 1 of the Don't Drink and Droid Advent-ture. 24 days of blind box advent calendar goodness, capped off with some holiday spirits to get us into the mood to deal with Christmas or whatever holidays you celebrate. So I hope you found today at all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and come back in about 24 hours when we open up 3 more mystery holiday treats. See you then.